Ladies and gents, welcome to ZSR. I'm back from my gigantic mess of a move. And holy shit, my voice is so loud, but you're used to me messing up, so it's whatever. Welcome to the Randomizer Biweekly tournament settings race that we do for the first time today on every single fun race off week. So welcome. Today we're only gonna have a 2-people race stream, but that's fine. And without further ado, let's dive into the action. Let's switch to the 2-player layout, hoping that nothing breaks. Let's see if Dean by now has brought up the game. He has, and I hand it over to the beautiful trio of Crane, Tuba, and if he wants to join, Tanjo.
Hey.
Perfect. All right, so we are super excited to bring this to you today. It's awesome to have just normal turning setting weeklies again. We've been missing it a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's nice to be able to alternate between tournament settings and fun races.
For sure. All right, so we, from the looks of it, have 8 people racing today, which is pretty good numbers for our little nice family community. Super excited to see it kind of grow more.
Definitely. I think there are 2 runners, maybe even 3, that are racing this week that have not done one of the fun races before.
Yes, which is super exciting to see. So, at this point, we're just waiting for a couple people to ready up. Looks like Genofia is having a little bit of trouble. But once he's ready, we're good to go.
Dean is gatekeeping as per usual.
Yep.
We love Dean. He does such a good job. Anyway, who is racing? Symphonic, Link. That's a lot of people racing. So,
yeah, it's
racers
awesome.
Are Presupa, PK Slam, Artemis Myths, Lenamphi. I haven't really talked to them, so I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Gamian, DJ Guapo, Gene Machine 42, and Genofi. And we have PK Slam and Dean, obviously, on the restream. Hey, Jarhead. Good to see you. Hey, Lakar. Good to see you, too. In fact, we actually would have had 3 more racers. Oh, responding to Dean's file name, Pog. But unfortunately, we did not set this up super beforehand. So
yeah, it was kind of a last-second thing for some people, but we will be live very soon.
Anyway, ooh, I wonder, is it cheating if I load up the seed and check out what the dungeons are before they do?
Let's maybe not do that.
Gosh dang.
I understand, but all right, Genofi sounds like he's about to start up here, so it won't be too much longer of a wait. It'll be ready soon.
Slam's game is very bright, lol. Yeah, just a bit.
Oh, honestly, I kind of prefer brighter.
It
means you can see a little better in the darker areas. I've struggled
brighter, you can see better.
Well, who would have thought? But I found that I've had issues like in Darkroom and DRC sometimes with my monitor because I can't see the best. But
yeah, I feel that. We are very close to starting.
Our racers are just having fun making pyramids in the race time room as we wait.
Absolutely. Hey, Morir. Hey, Rusty. Wander, I hope your experiment went well. Our current experiment is setup percent. And how long does it take? Is this when we edit the race to have a 53-second start time?
We could easily do that.
Tress would hate us so much.
I wouldn't ever do that.
So I was drinking water when he said that, and I kind of gagged a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not for any reason, no experiences.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Okay.
Silly Tanjo posting tracking problems in Ron chat. I spammed hit bar and hit send and act like nothing happened. Yeah, they probably strip the string, as we would call it in programming terms, where any white space or spaces at the beginning and end just get removed. Stream is on. We just need to wait.
All right. So basically, at this point, Genofias went live. So right now, we're just waiting for the thing to either go live or we can just force start.
I don't think we can force start because Genofia won't be considered ready. Haha.
Okay. Look at that.
Ready up.
All right. This is
10,
no longer blame Trez. This
9,
is bless Trez
8,
as he sets the
7,
override so that we can get
6,
started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And now we wait for the actual thing to catch up on our end.
Hey! It's like 30 seconds.
I was just sitting there listening to you count down. I'm like, oh, it's not going to start at that time.
No, it never does. It hurts. Oh well. I wonder what we'll see. Potentially a diamond step early?
Oh, I'm sure from both of these runners we'll see that. Especially from Dean. Dean has been practicing that trick a lot. And there we go. We got the start.
Hey. Dean has been doing a lot of practice. I know his current goal is he tries to get to Bird's Peak consistently by 5 minutes and 18 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Which is rather ridiculous. And I need to talk to PK about what filters he is using. Because that is definitely some visual filters by him.
It looks super nice, though. I enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. It's just weirding me out because it's like Dean's almost reminds me of like Twilight Princess with how like not cartoony it is in comparison to PK Slam.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dean, unfortunately not quite getting the fast strat.
I think that actually would have worked if he had stuck it. It looked like he was going to be close enough.
Mm-hmm. PK Slam making it in on his first try, just kind of sidling his way through.
Actually, Rusty, you're right about that. It could be that he's using the HD texture.
Potentially? Maybe. Not sure, though.
It seems to cause some visual tearing for him, so that's a little sad. And
we have both runners
exactly.
Basically neck and neck at this point.
Yep. I'm very enjoyable.
By the way, sorry if we have any ASMR noises coming from my mic. I had to quickly run and grab something to drink to keep my throat a little not dead at the end of this.
So what you're telling me is you weren't planning to drink anything during the race?
No, no way. If that means that by the end, I will have I will have been sitting there for at least a half hour, like, crying because I would have needed to use the restroom so bad. I have had that happen so many races because I had water beside me.
Man, don't go to my string tuba. I probably drink like at least a liter of water every race.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Water is very important. Water is very, very important. I say that as a music major. Ooh, Deku Leaf. That's pretty good.
Not bad. And it looks like PK Slam has a second lead over Dean right now. Maybe 2.
So, getting Leaf from DSE is always kind of nice for a safety net. Because if something were to happen in Cliff Plateau, you can just do the vanilla strats. So if you were to just fail it, you don't need to leave and come back. You can just stay and do it how it's meant to be.
Watching this, I'm already completely overwhelmed and will probably never try this. It's easier and harder than it looks. We're looking at 2 very talented racers right now. Like, Dean is phenomenal, and I haven't watched a lot of PK Slam, but it looks like they're doing really well overall. So
yeah, Slam is a really good he's a really good any percent runner. I've gotten to see some of his runs, and he's kind of newer to the rando scene, but he's been holding up pretty well, having even beat Dean in a race at one point. So
wow,
which is a pretty impressive feat because Dean is a very good racer.
Yeah.
All right. So here, both of them getting storage. What they're going to be doing with storage is they're going to be using it to open this chest, which is going to give them something called chest storage. And what it basically does is it's going to cancel the cutscene of opening the chest, and then it stores the item inside of it. That's why it's called storage. And it gives him this tiny hitbox that allows him to walk up walls, as you're seeing right now.
I'm not sure if what Dean did was faster or not than what we usually do. It looked like a decent backup strat, but
I believe it is slightly faster. Yes. And yes, as Rusty and Lakar are pointing out, oh boy, these are some mean dungeons.
What do you mean? It's Tot G.
Tot G in both temples. So, in order of how fast the dungeons are, it probably goes FF, FW, DRC, then either Wind Temple or Earth Temple. I'd say probably Wind Temple slightly faster, and then Tower of the Gods. So having all 3 of the slow dungeons required sucks.
So victory requirements for Wind Waker Rando is you need to have the items to beat certain bosses. So like for Helmarok King, you would need the Skull Hammer. For Goma, you need the Grapple Hook. You need Power Bracelets for Jahala and Hook Shot from Olgera. Kalademos you can beat with literally, 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Maybe 5. So not too much of a problem. And then that's because there is a piece of the Triforce in 4 dungeons, as you can see there, which is why we were talking about the dungeon setup. And so you need to beat at least four dungeons in order to get the Triforce pieces to go down to Hyrule. Barrier skip is banned, so you need the completed Master Sword. Is PG skip banned?
It has not been banned, but no one's really actually tried it in a randomizer race of all things. So if you really wanted to try it, I'm sure you could actually sit down and practice it, but we have not said no to PG skip yet.
So light arrows are technically not a requirement, but only for the insane.
Yeah, nope. I don't think anyone has the idea of doing PG skip at this point. You're going to get fire and ice most likely, because a lot of times swords like to be put behind fire ice. May as well just find that last bow. It'll probably be faster than taking the risk of doing PG skip and failing it and lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Correct. So Master Sword, Light Arrows, Triforce, Beat, Ganon, items that you need to beat the bosses with.
Yep.
And Mirror... Sorry, go ahead, Juba.
Yeah, Mirror Shield is actually an interesting case. So in the vanilla game, how the Puppet Ganon cutscene works is it actually gives you the fully powered Master Sword, and it gives you Mirror Shield because you see those items physically in the cutscene, so it just gives them to you because it would assume you have it. The Rando doesn't necessarily do that, but because of how it works in vanilla, they never actually coded it so that Mirror Shield was hard required. So the game doesn't care, it just needs you to pull out the shield in order to mount it back.
Yep. Because for them, it's like, how is that ever going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah, their fix for it was just giving you Mirror Shield in the PG cutscene so that they didn't have to code it in.
Yeah, I realize halfway I should not be questioning the game logic.
That's probably
go ahead. If you have questions about it, ask us.
Farore's Pearl. So that's going to be a mail check and is also one of the 3 required pearls to get into Tachi.
Dean looks like he's going to check the mail later. I wonder if he'll push it off to mix it in with like Mila or something else. Can we get a good mail chain today? That would be great, Rusty. Oh, it's so bad. Oh yeah, Skylex, sorry, I forgot about your question. This tracker is actually a custom one made by Trez and I think someone else. So it's pretty much just clicking buttons on our end.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonbane? It would make sense for it to be Dragonbane. He's everywhere.
Dragonbane is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Like, you look around and then it's another Zelda game and it's like, Dragonbane's tools. And it's like, oh, I see that he's been here.
Alright, so at this point, both runners starting Windfall here. There are a lot of Sphere Zero checks here, a total of 7, if I remember correctly. We've got 2 checks from Tingle, 2 from the Hide and Seek sequence, 1 from Tot, 1 from Mila, and then there's 1 more that is escaping my... Oh, and 1 from Maggie, the vanilla Maggie letter.
Our favorite letter.
Yes, the best letter. So,
Forget it.
At this point, you're going to see them kind of comboing all of the checks together here. It's looking like both of them are skipping checking Maggie first, which is something that a lot of runners like to do. So I wonder if they don't get a Picto Box from anything if they plan on doing Mila and then going up to Maggie.
That would make sense to me.
And Hookshot behind Farore's Pearl, putting that Deku Leaf in logic.
Sphere 1.
Mm-hmm.
Best sphere. It's the number 1 sphere right here.
Yes. I enjoyed that joke.
Thanks. Just the very casual. I enjoyed that joke.
I enjoyed that. I understood that reference. Alright, so both runners right now talking to Tingle. So, in these settings, this is really all that Tingle is for. Ooh, and we could see a delivery bag from him.
Means we can check if we have any mail checks in the storages.
Oh, just you wait, Rusty. We could definitely see some mail chains coming out soon.
Rip Dean having text on screen.
Yeah, you could see his chat in the bottom left corner. He was like, whoopsies.
Well, I know we could, but I didn't know that they could on the restream side. That's okay.
Ooh,
Picto
it's hot.
Box.
Yep. Alright, so...
That just might be harsh, but the items are being polite.
So far, I'd say so, yeah. Having an early leaf is never a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. really, I'd say the main thing we want right now is grapple.
Yep, once we get grapple and maybe bombs, that's going to put a lot of DRC into logic. Now, the interesting thing about that Picto Box is it's going to allow routing for the Mila side quest to go even better with a little trick that we call Mila storage. And what you'll do, what you'll see is the runners are going to turn at night and start the Mila side quest, where she runs around the entire island. It takes quite a while for her to just run around, like almost a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Yeah. So standing there that entire time kind of sucks. Oh, deluxe Picto Box already. That's nuts. But so to counteract that time that you're just spent there waiting, you can go up and turn on the windmill. Command melody from Miss Marie as well. We are getting some really good items.
Nice.
Yeah, command melody unlocks a lot this seed.
And it's required because Wind Temple.
Exactly. Now, another thing that you can do, the top of the Lenzo area is where you need to go to get the 2 chests and then get the cutscene with Lenzo and Minenko standing there. So what you do is you do a little thing where you get storage, go up there while Mila's running around, store the door animation, and then you talk to Mila, and then you go and open the lower door, and it'll pop you up to the top one. Oh my gosh, grapple hook.
Oh,
From Maggie.
That's this
nuts.
Do I call this a baby seed, or do I call it a toddler seed? Because the items are a baby seed, but the dungeons are not.
Yeah. We'll just call this seed at its infancy. Because things can go wrong near the end very fast.
Where they can go oh so right. Mullen's letter. Windfall leads into windfall.
Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
So that's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 progress items.
Yeah.
Windfall so far.
Now, unfortunately, because of the choice that PK Slam made, going to Lenzo immediately, he won't get to do the Mila storage.
We might be planning to mix it in with Maggie.
I am thinking that's the play, because he still has not went up there yet.
Rip less RNG. What do you mean? I know Dean was spamming it, but...
Alright, so we saw Dean get the storage there. Now you saw the camera kind of change whenever he tried to open that door. And that's because he stored it. So now... Oh, there goes the yellow rupee. Rip the rupee.
He has enough.
Yeah, he does. And
I
he'll
don't know what he's
definitely
doing.
look like well, he's just waiting for time to pass while Mila walks around. She's still got a while. Wow, that's a really good rupee RNG.
Yeah. 10, 5, 10, 5. That's better than what I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, I'd never get that. Ooh, Minenko has a bow. This windfall is stacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very, very stacked.
I don't think...
Mila
Power
bracelets.
What is
oh
this?
my lord. This seed is nuts.
Okay, so let's see. To beat dungeons, we're missing iron boots and bombs.
Yeah. And technically Skullhammer.
Technically. Skullhammer is a suggestion.
Yeah, same with the songs.
Well, command melody, unfortunately, is required.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I wish we could... Imagine if Tanja were running this. He's actually our tracker. Can I have his burner so I can beat him?
Unfortunately, despite how loaded this windfall is, it's still gonna kinda not be fun just because of this dungeon layout. Unless they get to go mode like 3 dungeons, it's gonna be a long one.
Good early into bad late, just you wait. Yeah, probably Tanjo.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
I'm thinking that it's probably gonna end up to pick the right dungeon.
Oh yeah.
50-50 Earth Temple, Wind Temple, Gamble. I hate those. I'm just thinking.
I hate those so much. You can ask
Puns?
Tanjo. I hate them so much.
Oh, Gamble's not puns. Each temple has a pearl buried in it to lock Tachi. And Tachi is a go mode.
Yeah. Well, you don't get a single go mode temple except for Tachi, in which, by the way, Tachi is the
Worthless.
worst one to go mode because you basically have to full clear it anyways.
Get a little small key. It's always nice though if, like, in your hunt for the small key, you find the big key. That makes it bearable. I had 2 back-to-back seeds of that.
Now, one interesting thing about PK Slam's route is Dean actually has to double dip Maggie here, but PK Slam actually doesn't have to.
I actually wonder what would be the more optimal route.
I mean, they're basically tied up at this point now, so
Yeah.
I think both have their merits for sure. Oh my gosh, Master Sword. Alright, that's it. No more overworld, it's time to just go.
Yeah, just hit the nearest dungeon and book it. Actually, no, go to Pop Print.
Yeah, you need to do Pop Run and Eastern first at the least. Oh my gosh, that input display was nuts. I don't know if you saw Dean spamming his buttons during the door cutscene, but
I did.
wow.
He's probably just going ham on the controller. I can't wait to hear people's thoughts, because I would be stressing out.
They're synced up.
I'd be stressed out so bad right now playing this seed, getting all those items.
Seriously.
Like, even though
Dear Windfall. What?
Transparent chest has light arrows.
I could see it.
Good old Creeb. Creeb is the guardian of light arrows. Where do you even go with that? Dungeons.
I mean,
They'll clear Overworld.
oh my god. Okay. I was about to say, like, the thing is, the seed really hasn't chosen anywhere to go yet, because you really don't have a lot for anything. You've got, like, 2 checks in Earth Temple that you could do, but only 1 check in Earth Temple, and then the few in DRC that are always open. But even then, without bombs, it would have been nothing. But then, bombs. So the play after Eastern is DRC,
Yeah.
for sure.
Full clear DRC, hit the platform down, do all the fancy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what, a 10-minute full clear? Not including the boss?
Yeah, probably. I think that sounds about right.
This is...
Alright.
What?
I am personally hoping for a Dean's Pearl Go mode.
I also really want that. And it looks like Pawprint is empty, which, I mean, we knew something had to be empty in this seed.
Something's gotta give, dude. Something's gotta give.
Yeah, it was empty. Oh. I don't think my heart could take it if it was not.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm guessing that it's going to be... Oh, I wish Zelda Wallflower. That's my hope as well. I think DRC into Earth Temple is going to be the play.
The big thing about Earth Temple is you're still missing 3 items for it. Like, we're still missing Skullhammer, we're still missing Mirror Shield, and we're still missing EGL. So currently, still, only 1 item is open in there.
I'd say 2 items. I would go there with Mirror Shield.
Oh wait,
and
sorry,
Skullhammer.
2. Yeah, because you can get the Tingle Chest. Oh wait, no, you can't, because no Mirror Shield, you can't go down there.
You can't normally go down there.
Okay, yes, that's true.
You're talking to the wrong person here, Tuba. The only thing you can't get is the right side.
Yeah.
You can get everything else. You're just really, really gonna hate yourself. Oh wait, no, you can't get chest behind breakable wall. No, wait, they have hook shot and bombs. You can get chest behind breakable wall.
Can you get there without hammer?
Yeah, no, you can't. That's actually one of the main things they're missing. Hey, Elijah, thank you for the resub.
Man, I just feel like I need to stop calming this race so I can just run this later.
Yeah, for real. It's like, just gotta see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, yeah, we have the worst dungeons, but if they get go mode in either of those temples, that's still a really fast go mode.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I mean, go mode is faster than all the dungeons. Full clearing them, but...
Yes. Tachi sitting there, well, yes, but actually no.
Yes, but not by much. Not by much.
Alright, so we have both runners entering DRC. Really close together at this point, probably a 20-second difference if that.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Oh.
That.
Oh.
Wow.
But then it landed
Alright.
right next to the torch. So that makes it like good RNG after bad RNG.
Yeah. He was almost employee of the seed, but not quite. Oh, and then Slam, unfortunately, threw a little too far to the left.
Wow, a small key? Never would have guessed that.
I know. Isn't that nuts?
I think it's pretty insane. Okay, Dean, shoot down the platform. It's not going to shoot down the platform. Oh well.
I do believe PK Slam does intend to, though.
Yes. This one, let's see which full figure out is actually faster.
Alright.
Pearl.
There goes my bet. I'll see y'all later.
It's been a good one. Crane, you have a good one. Best of luck.
Ooh, that's a... I've never thought about backflipping off those stairs. That's interesting.
It is. I'm also really liking the visual effects of PK Slam stuff here in DRC.
Yeah. Basically, at this point, I'll just take anything over Light Glitch. Light Glitch was awful to deal with during the Wind Waker Wednesday race yesterday. That was not fun.
Yeah. There were a lot of not fun things about that race.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Why arrow locations? Why are you always bad?
Seriously. Alright, so at this point, you're seeing, so, with the little bit of the setup that PK Slam did, you are able to shoot down that platform, and this allows you to do the entirety of DRC, or half of DRC, whichever you prefer, backwards.
I personally recommend doing half of it backwards and then taking the blue board pop back up.
That's usually what I end up doing.
It's actually faster than going through it forwards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by far, you don't have to climb 2 really slow ladders. Don't have to do the block push puzzle.
Yeah.
And,
So,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Why
There we
do
go.
we both have to be
We're
so
both nice.
polite? Stop being
So-
polite, Tuba.
Alright. Yeah, Mornir, if I said that correct, and I apologize if I did not. You can actually skip every single boss key with chest storage, and you can actually just plain up skip the DRC boss key with just a roll clip. Like, there are a lot of broken ways to surpass dungeon item requirements in this game.
Let's see. I think you can also do a roll clip for Tachi But you have to zombie hover up there. And I know you can do one for Wind Temple, but you have to zombie hover up there.
Yes.
So no one does them because that's garbage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Maggie letter.
You can do a bomb roll clip and skip ET as well.
Oh,
Isn't that the one where you have to like fly across the entire thing jar?
yeah,
Remembering it.
you do a bomb clip over by the warp pot, and then you just fly across. I think it requires double magic. I can't remember though.
I want to say it does. But you can. If you can, should you? No. Yeah, PK Slam. I 150% support his routing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because it's the same I use. That would be bias.
And we can't be biased here on ZSR.
Nope. We have no biases in the Wind Waker randomizer community. I mean, you brought up the Tachi story. I think you skipped, so you brought up ones that you can first. I can't do that one either because I can't zombie hover. It's actually
Hey! These are some nuts items. Oh my goodness.
So Tachi is next dungeon confirmed.
Yep.
No PK. You
All right,
don't need to
so-
do it like this.
We also saw the high five from our other runners.
I can't believe you're discounting all the power you don't have. What do you mean? One was buried in DRC. No, you don't have to do that, PK. Just press A. Donkey? Is it a Shrek stream now? Man, that was a lot harder to say than I thought it was going to be.
Every single time I see people like saying other people's names in the chat, I always think of that scene
Donkey.
at the dinner table where it's like Shrek, Fiona, Harold, Donkey. It kills me every time.
2 in DRC is not temple buried, though. That's what you think. DRC is a temple to Baloo. Have you thought of that?
So we have Dean in the pot room now. So a big thing to notate about Dean versus Slam's route here. The shooting down of the platform did take a little longer.
PK, what are you doing?
I'm not sure
Get
either.
where the warp pot was, and they got confused with the dungeon one. There we go.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Hey, they're both pots. Let's see. Do you remember what was underneath? Oh, Dean, no.
Oh, no, that sucks. That sucks so much.
Oh, that hurts. Did Shrek 5 actually happen? Probably.
So, what were you going to ask, Crane, about items?
Underneath rope bridge. Did you see what was there? Compass? Okay, so Dean will get
Yeah.
to skip that. So Dean will be faster overall, but
Yes.
only because Compass was under rope bridge. He can skip it.
Mhm.
Assuming you
Overall,
have to check
because
these.
Compass was that, and also it just took a little while to shoot down the platform. If you can get that platform shot down in 3 shots, ooh, fire ice! Are you kidding me?
Hammer in Tot G to lead us straight into Earth Temple.
And note to mom.
Hydration.
Hydrate!
Hydration kills. Don't drink water. That's why it's coughing.
Your local advice from ZSR.
This is a public service announcement from ZSR. Do not hydrate. Thank you.
Oh. So Dean was trying to do a little cool strat there where he was trying to store the cutscene of the moblin coming down. If that would have worked, that would have been super fun to watch.
I wonder, so you can store that. Could you shoot down the moblin with a bow?
Maybe? I don't know if that's really been tried.
Because if so, then wouldn't he fall out of bounds? And I see two options. Either you soft lock, or it kills him fast.
Mm-hmm. And at least one of those is good. So I like those odds.
No, Dean doesn't realize he doesn't have the compass.
Well, I wonder if what he's going to do, I think he's just feeling like he's going to be unlucky and he's going to check immediately. All right, I was wrong, but that would have been big brain.
It would have been, but instead dealing with a small brain Dean right now, and it hurts. I wonder what he was thinking to himself then. I know I would think, well, it's like, gosh dang it, I should have known that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did it! PK Slam got the storage.
Say, oh, I could see a soft lock happening where you shoot it, and the moblin falls outside the gate.
Oh, don't even bring that up. That would just be sad.
The reverse jail.
Oh, and our first bottle, I just now noticed that. I didn't see that over on Dean's screen. Shout out to Tanjo for actually noticing.
Ah, I thought you meant in like chat. No, he marked it like a good tracker. Storing tingle statues with Miscon. Playing with tingle statues in general.
Maybe one day.
Not a problem with storage. You just ban it.
Truth. He is right. Why are you booing him? He's right.
Boom, because I don't want to lose out of my chest storage. It makes the game so much more bearable.
It really does.
Without chest storage, what else am I supposed to do? Play the game? The intended strat. Okay, what are you doing?
He hasn't checked the basement yet. He just now realized.
Oh no.
So there, he's going to find a bunch of nothing. That being a small key and the boomerang. But since we don't have Forbidden Woods in logic, boomerang is actually useless.
It's very nice for killing the two keys in second crypt in Earth Temple for the Sandstone skip.
That is very true, and I will give you that. But you know what else is very nice for those? A bow.
You know, you're not wrong either.
Opening the... That is true. The singular use that boomerang can have in a non-Forbidden Wood seed is making a Hyrule gamble. Because if you're going all the way to the maze chest, you need boomerang to open up the warp to FF. Otherwise, you're in for a very long walk.
Save warp into save warp into save warp. Actually, no. When you leave Ganon's Tower, if you try to save warp, it'll put you right back at the entrance. So it's one save warp. Because I'm bad. Just practice. Practice a lot, and then cry because it still sucks even after practice.
True.
It just sucks.
I get all of my PG-1 tips from Tanjo.
It's funny because when he was learning how to do PG-1, the best tip I gave him was to practice till he finally did it.
Also, that Magtail was really trolly. Really fitting for the item inside that chest.
So, Marir, you can get open that portal with a bow, but the only person who's proven it possible is Acer with a Taz. So, there's the answer to that.
Yeah. If you feel like sitting there for hours until you finally get it, after constantly reloading the save and practicing a lot, we'll see. And we have the immediate Tachi play by Dean. I really like this play, actually.
I do too, but that's because I love Tachi.
See, I hate Tachi, and that's why I like it. Get it out of the way as soon as possible.
Get that piece of crap out of my face.
This is also just a really smart play because, all in all, as we've said, Tachi is the slowest go mode, saving anywhere, I believe, from 4 to 7 minutes, depending on key placement.
Yeah, key placement is very important.
Yeah, so... he might have done it. I don't remember.
I would have to ask him.
Also, there is a big difference between SD and HD. Gyro aiming would make it a little bit easier than SD aiming.
Yeah, because gyro, you can flick it in literally any direction you feel like it.
Yep, exactly.
You know, it would be really cool to get gyro support.
God.
For Wind Waker Randomizer.
My ESS is bad enough already. Don't make me try anything else.
What do you mean? Gyro is easy, Tuba. You literally just rotate a controller.
I can't wait to be sitting here with my Nintendo official branded GameCube controller and tilt it like I'm playing Mario Kart Wii when I was 7.
Well, guess what? You're not 7 anymore, Tuba.
Ooh, there's the mirror shield.
So now we just need Hammer and ET straight after Tachi is the confirmed play.
I don't like that play. I hate that play.
You just hate it because it's Earth Temple.
You're right. You are very, very right.
I love how much people just hate Earth Temple.
God, I've learned to hate it a little less. Like in the last 50-50 Earth Temple, Wind Temple race I did,
Wait,
I
what?
went Earth Temple first.
What was that clip that Dean just did to get up there fast? I've never seen that.
Oh, the jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can legit just do a tiny little jump there, and it doesn't work 100% of the time, but you can get it fairly consistent, and you can just barely jump, and then you just become the new Smash Ultimate champion and grab with your arms.
Smash Ultimate champion.
I've been on the roll the last 5 minutes, man.
You have. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, I've just had to warm up.
Quite a nice change. You know, you just had to drink water to really hydrate your vocal cords, and then they're like, oh, we can function.
Exactly. And yes, Lakar, the Smash Ultimate champion. I think it's Min Min? I can't remember.
ZSR admins playing Smash Brothers on stream when?
Dude, I would take my subs.
Take my subs.
Big key in the hop across floating boxes. That's interesting.
So they would have, like, you could go without that, but you have to. Oh, jeez. You'd have to do boss key storage.
Yeah, which is just never fun to do. That's a lie. It's fun, but it's slow.
So much fun. My favorite fun.
So the big difference between Dean and PK Slam at this point is just floor 1 of Tot G. So all in all, they're still pretty close together. Alright, and here we see Dean pulling a Min Min, grabbing himself up.
Pulling a Min Min. No, I have Smash Ultimate, but I haven't played it in so long. I need to pull that game out.
Imagine having a Switch. Feels bad, man.
I mean, it doesn't feel bad. We have Wind Waker Randomizer.
That's true. It keeps me through.
It's the only thing keeping me sane. You know, some people in quarantine, they decided to get fit, and I was like, what sounds better than that? High-level Wind Waker Randomizer gameplay.
Yes.
I'll take that any day of the week.
That and cheesecake. Lots of cheesecake.
Oh man, now I want cheesecake. Literally, you just had to say cheesecake. Oh no, Dean.
Oh, Dean.
I think that was a void out too.
I think... Okay. You got lucky.
Very.
I mean, as lucky as one can get Fawn there, but still.
Wait, why did you pull out another bomb, Dean?
That's I think it was muscle memory.
Yeah. Screw
Getting
the
a red
rats,
root force troubles.
Rats. I think the rats actually might have saved his life there.
The rats do suck, though. Petition to remove the rats in Cabana.
They are frustrating. I want to remove the keys, though. The keys in Potchi.
Okay, I can get behind that one.
Because, like, the rats, sure, it's frustrating, but in theory, you could do a frame-perfect jump slash and be fine. But that that dive bombing keys in that one room, there is no countermeasure besides killing it, and you can't 98% of the time. Dump. Yep. Welcome to Crane Does English. It's a very bad stream because he's bad at English. You can attest to that?
I can attest that Jarhead can attest.
I can attest that what Tuba attests that what Jarhead attests is attestable? That sounds bad. What keys? It's a keys in the third room. Well, I'll point it out when Dean goes in there. But he just has this knack of trying to climb a ladder. Like, when you try to climb the ladder, he just goes at you at, like, Mach speeds. Which is funny, because he either hits you or, like, he just goes straight into the water, never to come out.
Alright, now Pokey's favorite part, the cutscenes. We all get to sit here, watch some cutscenes, get your resident sleepers in chat, or ZSR sleepers.
I got you for the ZSR sleepers.
I also got me for the ZSR sleepers.
I got myself, bro. Hey, this is a great time to hydrate. You're right. I'll just drink the rest of my water bottle right now.
That's a good idea. Unfortunately, I'm all out of liquid, so...
Okay, Tuba, you're going to have to commentate by yourself in about a dungeon's worth of time. I will need to use the restroom.
See, this is why I don't drink water during races. That's fine, though. That's fine.
I can handle it. No, what's really bad for me, like water, I drink a lot of water, but mate, yerba mate?
Yep.
If I had prepped some of that, you would be, like, at least once per dungeon by yourself. Because I don't just, like, drink that, I drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would finish off the race with, like, a gallon's worth.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so from here on out, command melody is required for the dungeon, but it's really not, because you can just do those side hops that Dean did there, and just skip the need.
It's a nice suggestion.
Precisely.
It's nice in Earth Temple, but not required, and in Wind Temple it is required. Go Dean.
Yeah, that was a good save by Dean. It was almost very, very scary.
And Tuba, if you want a true challenge, try to get as many checks in Earth Temple as you can, with no mirror shield and no command ability.
It's not even a challenge at that point. That's just
Suffering.
borderline CBT. Can I say that? Can I say that on this?
I don't know, because I actually don't know what that means, and I'm not going to ask for you. I'm just gonna Google that quick.
For all of the young children at home, don't Google it. That I am not ZSR sponsored. I'm just on their stream. Ooh, light arrows. Yeah, that is a vanilla bow. So we are officially from Go mode. 2 swords, iron boots, and maybe Skullhammer.
That was a joke I didn't expect. You expect the unexpected here. No, Dean. Jumped, but he couldn't jump far enough.
Short hops are the bane of any Wind Waker randomizer player's existence.
They are so prevalent on Ice Ring. I hate it. Bless RNG. What RNG, Dean?
The RNG of the seed.
You say that because you don't know what it means, Crane? Correct. Unless he was making a joke about cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. But we'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
I mean, I guess in a sense you could say that Tachi is cognitive behavioral untherapy? I don't know. What would...
Todd G is bad. I think that would be the easiest way. Dean did just casually spin. I'm also digging the up and down arm movement. Hey, it's another small key. I don't believe that's vanilla.
No, I'm pretty sure vanilla small key is in the floating platforms room.
Yeah.
Can't remember if it's the first or second one, but I'm like certain it's in there.
I think it's the... Gosh dang it, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm also pretty sure it's the first.
Like, I learned floor once. Cognitive behavioral cause of therapy. Works.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it's the first according to items. Char, I'm loving how that's where you looked.
PK Slam doing this in kind of a cool way. I've never seen this setup before.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Okay, so there's 4 setups now. I thought there were only 3. Touch. Get trauma here.
Trauma of the gods. There it is. There's the keys. There's the keys we were talking about removing.
Worst keys in the game.
I've never actually seen that leaf pump strat.
It's hard.
I might practice that. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it's worth it. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Because you have to do the pumps right at the top of the roll, and if you do it anywhere else, you're screwed.
Yep.
Oh,
PK Slam getting his light arrows.
I didn't even realize light arrows were in there because you didn't say anything, but I'm guessing that's just because that's how the seed has been. So, iron boots, two swords, and technically skull hammer. Technically? That's not a vanilla bow. No, wait, that is a vanilla bow. I'm stupid. Yeah, potentially. That happens. Tandro, thank you for using my emote to make mockery of my existence. Kappa. Really good seed so far. They're gonna have about 2 dungeons within about an hour. Tuba did just let me know his internet just went out for a little bit, so he will be coming back shortly, but until then, it's just me and you, chat. Me and you. And so much to do. Oh, goodness, not Crane. Thanks, Jarhead. Love the support. You know, it means a lot to me. The horror. Thanks, Melon. Love the support. Means a lot to me. Trevor! It's Trevor. What a good thing to see from the big key chest. Amazing things. Dungeon map. Surprised Dean took those out. So, do we have any bets on where Sword is going to be? I'm personally thinking we're going to find at least one of them in Earth Temple on the other side.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back, Tuba.
Just had a little internet outage, but I'm back on a hotspot now, so we should be good.
A hotspot. Very esteemed big brain high level strategy right there.
Yes. Yeah, we're like halfway through the race. I can use it for the rest.
Yeah,
or
so
if
2 sword upgrades and iron boots. Technically hammer as well.
Anything good in the BK chest? I had to miss that.
Trevor was there.
Ah, the best.
Yes. Best big key chest.
As you can hear, my dogs are distressed by the fact that we have no internet.
Update pending.
Rusty, you are very right. It's not been this bad in a while, but the last few weeks, something's just been up with our provider. So we'll see.
Hey, you never know. When that happened at my house back here, it forced my dad to finally upgrade the internet in over a decade. There is nothing, no harshness in my voice. That's an auditory illusion.
Unfortunately, this was our upgrade.
Oh dear, no.
Ooh, that was a really close tower toss. Tower toss. A really close statue toss.
Yes. I thought you said Taz until I realized you said toss, and I was like, what?
Yes, that was a really good tower toss.
Who made the Taz? Give me their name.
Really good tower task by Dean Machine 42.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Lakar.
Scale. But then, if you had screw scale room, it's like sra, sisra, as opposed to chatra. You feel?
We need Syzygy. He knows all of the diction stuff.
Why? Not today.
Alright, so Dean Machine... Did he not check Eastern Ferry yet?
I guess not.
Interesting.
PK getting his Trevor. I mean, I suppose it makes sense because, like, when you have all the items to go to DRC, you might as well just go to DRC, and now they can route it in with Fire Mountain.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But man, I hate orphaning checks. If possible, I like to not.
You don't like to make a bunch of orphans? Yeah, I'm a big fan of that too.
I'm glad. This is a good thing to learn about you.
Thanks for the information, Crane.
Alright. Yep, so judging by... We can see it on the restream tracker. Based on Dean's tracker, it looks like he's going to make his way to Fire Mountain now.
I mean, if he didn't, I'd have a little talk with him afterwards and be like, what? Unless you were going straight to Earth Temple, which I think he wants to go to Earth Temple, but because of no hammer, he's avoiding it.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for us to get Iron Boots before Skullhammer, and it's going to be a true 50-50 seed. As this dungeon layout likes to be.
Iron Boots before Skullhammer. How would that make it a 50-50 seed?
I mean, you also need Wind God Aria, but then the only thing that we need are swords. And then, I forgot to say, and one sword. There we go.
Okay, I was like...
That might be an important part of the equation.
Just a little bit. There might be some parts of the equation that, when missing, cause confusion.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing, I suppose I shouldn't say nice, but there is potential for it to be a hammer buried inside Earth Temple.
Don't even say that.
There is potential that it is a hammer buried inside Earth Temple. I said it.
You did.
Fight me.
I've never seen a left side hammer. That would be something that could be interesting.
Yeah, it's usually light arrows.
Oh my goodness, these pups.
When they just want to be loved, but their owner shoos them away at every sign. Feels rad, man.
They're actually all just playing right now. That was them just running around.
See, it's 50-50 with me, because I have birds. And so the birds either play with you, or they try to eat you. And
See,
it's
but
never
birds
really-
are good. Good birds. I love birds. I want a bird.
Because the bird is trying to kill me, it's a good bird?
Maybe not that latter part, but...
Which part? The fact it's trying to eat me, or the fact that it's a good bird?
So anyways. No,
Moving on. Is it possible to find checks in C chat? Thankfully, no. Tournament settings are dungeons, free gifts, mail,
and more.
Great fairies. Yes. But it pretty much is just
C charts.
Not C charts, anything but C charts. C charts are so bad, I hate them.
Mm-hmm. So we've got our first real divergence here. PK Slam actually just straight up left Eastern and Fire Mountain and went to Outset immediately.
I need his magic refill. I think he needs another 1 or 2 of those. He'll probably have to do a day-night cycle if he can't find them. This is really bad RNG.
One day-night cycle wouldn't be bad because you need to turn at night for Note to Mom and Grandma.
I couldn't do birds too loud. They are quite loud. I have to wear my headphones when I play with my bird, or else I go deaf.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lovebird, so it's like the size of your fist.
Oh, good bird.
Very good bird. I'll post a picture of it somewhere.
Please do. I'd love to see the bird.
I'll post on my Instagram and show absolutely no one.
Perfect.
Maximum, yes.
All right, so we have Dean checking out Needle Rock, and we have PK Slam doing Outset Fairy and Grandma.
Does Pogi Island come through for us? Oh,
She's going
man.
nuts.
She just wants friends, and you're like, nah, fam, not right now.
Actually, it's so funny. She does this many, many times where she'll just, so we have 4 dogs. The smallest one, which is the one that you all heard, will just randomly start barking and bolt upstairs, and the other 3 just stare at her like it's the strangest thing they've ever seen. Philip! Look at that good boy. That's a good emote.
Oh. Oh, that's adorable. Where are you? Zelda, why would I post pictures in his Discord when I can post it in mine and then create a plug for myself?
Stonks.
Kappa. It's not a real joke if you don't put at least 15 kappas in it.
Which fairy island is Dean at right now? I didn't see.
Probably Western. Southern.
Oh, I had chart 41. Southern, okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Just appreciate all the love and support that I get.
So at this point, this is just a bunch of checks that we haven't seen yet. They're just kind of routing Overworld a little differently. If I were to guess, Dean is probably saving Outset for last so that he can immediately make his way to Earth Temple from there. Yes, agreed. Thank God the tracker is paying attention. What would we do?
Probably die. What a good tracker. Yeah, if only he could play as good as the track.
Yeah.
Kappa intensifies.
That being said, I do also agree with Shadowlank about these commentators, though. We got to step up our game, Crane. We got to do it.
But you want pictures of my bird.
That's also true.
It's the only thing I care about more than Wind Waker Randomizer. You're forcing me into like this hard pit where it's like, should I do my job that I volunteered for, or birds?
So, Outset Fairy had Treasure Chart 1. Not Outset Fairy. What am I saying? Grandma had Treasure Chart 1, but we found another sword from Note to Mom.
That's my favorite Note to Sword.
Yes, Note to Sword. And now, if you have any issues with flashing lights or anything of the sort, this would be a good time to look away, because PK Slam is doing a super swim to, I am assuming, Needle Rock.
that's a rock. No big bird. That is correct. Maybe I'll just volunteer to be the Sesame Street Big Bird costume wearer.
I would pay to see that. All right, successful super swim. You can look back if you have looked away. And at this point, we are going to see an angular play from Dean.
Yes! Yes!
It's always fun to watch Dean do angular. He does a strat that I don't see anyone else do.
Which strat does he do? I suppose I'm just about to see it, so that was the
Yeah.
dumbest question you could ask.
I don't necessarily know the name of it, but it is a cool strat.
You are correct, Pogi. It is the best island. Angular.
So he leaps over to the left platform, goes in it, and it puts him in the center. Then he walks up the tooth slightly. He's struggling with it a little bit, unfortunately.
I believe in Dean. I believe in him slightly less as I watch him struggle, but I believe in him.
All right, then he lands on top of this tooth and then leaps over and grabs the ledge. When done, first try, it is a little bit faster than the other way to make it faster with the leaf. But it is a lot more challenging as a result. So it's a risk-reward kind of thing.
Hard container.
Yeah, exactly what Jarhead said. All right, PK Slam making his way to Hyrule. Wow. Making his way to Windfall.
Making his way downtown.
I need a nap. Walking fast.
Face is past. All sanity time.
And he's not Hyrule bound.
Hey, Diamond Survivor 3.
Welcome on in.
Worth it, always. Any time save is a worthy time save.
So both runners have converged here onto Windfall. They both have done different checks. Dean has done slightly more, but it is definitely still anyone's race at this point.
And not to forget everyone, but we also still have 6 other people running. Wait, did we drop
Yes.
to 7 or 8? I can't remember now.
I believe we dropped to 8. Yep, we have 8.
So we have 6 other people racing. Not to forget about them. They're simply not being restreamed. And so we do wish all of them the best of luck, albeit we don't know where they are, and we will not look. So we focus on these people.
Mm-hmm. I don't like spoilers.
Dumbledore dies.
I thought about disconnecting from the call, but I decided to be the bigger man and survive through this.
We can make it together.
Ooh. We see the same cutscene coming out from both runners at this point. This is kind of cool.
Fun fact: don't store this cutscene because many
Yeah.
problems happen.
Many.
Hey,
Oh, our first rupee wallet upgrade. Interesting.
Creed wants us to make money. I need a professional commentator that doesn't spoil. Am I like milk? If I'm out of the fridge for too long, do I just become a problem? These are the questions I need answered, Tuba.
If only I had the answers. And I might, but I'm not going to spoil them.
Gosh dang it. Crane is milk confirmed.
All right, there's our skull hammer in a transparent chest.
So, like any good commentator, where did PK get his third sword? Is it Postman? No, it's not Postman.
Kappa.
Kappa. I'm guessing it was outside.
Oh, by third sword, do you mean second sword?
Yes, I was thinking third sword upgrade. but you are correct. In PK,
Okay, just checking. See, at first I thought you were just being funny, being like.
No, I was being dead serious because I'm stupid.
It's
Bido's
okay.
mom
Yeah,
now.
it was by. Yeah. Yep. Cabana Deed. And there's the Wind God Aria from the Rupee Mail.
What a good.
Now,
day.
with that Skull Hammer, that does put all of Earth Temple in logic. So, the hope, honestly, is that the last sword and irons are early on in Wind Temple, if I were to choose. Or both are in Cabana.
I hate to break it to you, but Iron Boots cannot be in Wind Temple.
Let's try
Regardless
that
of the
again.
game.
Let's try Earth Temple. My
There we
bad.
go. Is it fair to say Creed loaded today? Arguably, yes.
It gave us Wind God Aria and technically Skullhammer. So we'll say we'll give him a 6 out of 10 today.
He's like, how to explain this right? Instead of pulling up in his Ferrari called Light Arrows that he usually does, he instead pulled up in a nice, like, Mitsubishi WRX. Wait, no, that's the wrong brand. Mitsubishi Evolution. And it's like a casual flex, but it's not as good as his usual flex.
Yes. Car stuff.
Maybe I should use boats because it's Wind Waker. Boat analogies. I don't know any boat things. Do you boat, Tuba?
I mean, I've been on a boat.
I've been on a boat, thusly making me the most knowledgeable person about boats in my life.
I've watched a video on how to get a boat license in New Jersey, if that counts.
Why New Jersey? If it doxes you, don't say, but...
No, it was a very popular video by John Tron.
Okay. Tuba, did you race in last night's race? I couldn't remember.
I did, yes. I ended up getting third, and I ended up getting light glitch.
Did you get Hurricane Spin?
I did not, but I know it was on the 900 rupee item.
You suck. It's worth it. Would you get double magic if Beetle had it?
It depends. I don't know. Like, the thing was, I chose to do it in the fun race, but I did that because it had more settings. With less settings, it probably becomes a little less worth it. Just because that's less time that people have to make mistakes, less time people have to... It does come a lot more to execution. Also, we have our first Earth Temple play from PK.
Yeah.
I believe PK did skip a few overworld checks. He has not been to Southern, Angular, Ice Ring.
Cabana.
But honestly, Cabana. But honestly, I like this play. This could pay out. It could also not, but it could pay out.
Yeah. It's like a 50-50 because if the rest of Overworld is dry, then yes, you want to go Earth Temple. But what Team gets to do is now he gets to enter into Earth Temple knowing whether or not he's going to full clear it for Master Sword and Iron Boots or not. So that's kind of like the advantage when you full clear Overworld is just that knowledge entering into dungeons.
Mm-hmm. It's all randomizer.
Hey, bottle percent.
Yep, that is all 4 bottles for Dean. And also checks that we have not seen yet, Bomb Island and Thorned and Western are things that he is skipping as well. So he does have a lot of Overworld left, but he also has 2 temples. So I can see this play. I can see it and I can vibe with it.
Technically 1. Technically. Because I don't see PK door canceling in... No, you don't even want to do it because no iron.
Yeah. Also, Dean doing a super swim here. If you struggle with sensitivity to flashing objects or lights, now would be a good time to look away.
We should ask Trez if we can get a little stream overlay command that could put that up when super swims are going on. Because I think that only affects our community.
Ooh, okay, there we go. So super swim is over. Oh wait, oh no, I lied. Okay, now it's over.
We're good. Dean's good. Dean loves his super swims. He is very good at it. I'd like to say,
yes, he is very, very good.
Those super swims that he's done. Well, I think this was his first one, the seed, but those are hard to pull off fast.
Yes. It's one thing to sit there and charge forever and get a bunch of air refills and then, make it over in 5 frames. But being able to make good use of your time with the swims, optimizing and maximizing when to take off, how long to charge, etc. It's a hard skill, and Dean has it down pretty well.
Seemed very, interesting, just because I wouldn't personally open up the basement yet before going left and right side.
Mm-hmm.
Hoagie, everyone charges at the same rate, Kappa.
Yeah.
-3 units for each frame turnaround. Except for I'm not going to pop off about super swimming mathematics right now. I don't think chat would enjoy that stream.
Yeah, I am not good with ESS, so I do very few super swims. I don't do any of the real hard ones. I really only do Mother and Child and Outset to Needle Rock, and that's it.
See, I want you... Well, there's a difference between charging and getting the spot where to charge.
Mm-hmm.
Kappa. You say Kappa, it's fine.
Yeah.
Kappa.
Also, we have a Bomb Island play from Dean.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite island.
I would say, honestly, my least favorite overworld island is Western Ferry.
Really?
Routing. It screws up routing so much to have it and Needle Rock.
That's true. It is true.
I don't hate it for what's inside it. I hate it for where it is.
See, that's actually kind of why I enjoy Misk, because a lot of times I've found leaving Forsaken Fortress, you can, if you have a bow, you can go down to Mother and Child, do Cyclos, and then go down to Western.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But storing Tingle statues sounds so painful.
You are very right. I would love to see a fix for that in the future.
If we keep plugging it in, I think it will happen. Let's plug it in again. I would love to see a fix for that tuba.
Me too.
Definitely would make it Misk a more promising tournament setting.
Mm-hmm. It already is promising. That's really the main issue that it has. Bomb Island dead. Bomb Island dead.
Bomb Island
Can't
is
believe
alive
that
in
Bomb
my
Island
heart.
is dead.
It's alive in my heart, and I love it with all my heart.
So, anyways...
Dean's gonna go save Grandma. Good grandson percent. Skipping
And
Western.
I think, yeah, he is skipping Western, which is interesting. But I think that is the only overworld that he will have left. So I think he's just opting that it's too far out of the way to go for it at this point, and he's just going to go to ET from here.
I wish with all my heart for Bomb Island World in a land of Shadow, do you know how old that reference is?
Man,
I barely got that.
I miss that. I miss those days. Those were simpler days. The days when I was 7 with my Nintendo branded GameCube controller.
As opposed to now when you're like 25 with your Nintendo GameCube branded controller.
Yeah. The difference is... Oh, PK.
No.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I actually think that with the recharge time of light arrows, it is still actually faster to drink soup and kill them with a souped up sword.
You would actually be correct. It's fast to alternate, in my opinion. So you shoot one with a light arrow, well, the light arrows recharge / spin attack light arrows. That also helps conserve your magic, since you only have like 3 shots worth, 4 shots worth. Okay, no. Oh.
Yeah, I am fairly certain that it is faster, since it does not take that much time.
Yeah. It's really just pushing off the recharge time to alternate it. Premiered September 6th in 1999. Wow. That's like probably one of the few actual cartoons I watched as a child.
I was not allowed
to watch cartoons?
Specifically, anything with magic, anything with those kinds of things. I had a very, very boring childhood.
I mean, I would argue my childhood was boring, but that's because I spent most of my time watching Nova. Like, from the age of 7 onwards, I was just watching science documentaries while everyone else was like, SpongeBob is cool, and I was like, yeah.
Slam. What? I am interested.
Small key skip. Doesn't have to bring Medley into the next room, which is important, because it sucks. That being said, he needs to spin around. I love Tuba too.
I love Tuba too.
I make fun of him sometimes, but that's because we make fun of each other in this community.
Exactly.
My friends and I just broke stuff for fun. That's not my definition of fun, but I can understand it. Tuba's mom when she sees him watching Dragon Tales. Sorry, go ahead.
I remember the things that my friends and I did for fun was we did not have we could not get Nerf guns, which were big things whenever I was a kid. And we were like, oh man, we wish we could get some, but our parents won't get them for us. So we would run around the neighborhood pretending that we had them.
It's almost worse.
It is worse. And I remember, like, it was so much fun as a child, but looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did our neighbors think of us? Like, little kids running around in the alleyway. Like...
Oh, that's terrible, Dean. Sorry, Tuba. I looked at Dean's name right when I said that, and it's like, oof.
Oh, man, it's so funny. I cannot believe that I did that to the... Oh, right. What am I doing? I'm not freaking out. That's supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, he's doing it right. Trust me, I would have insulted him. Not insulted him,
Yeah.
I would have corrected him. But
I was just sitting there like, why? Also, doesn't look like there was anything in that chest. Not even a dungeon item.
Because I remember when Gymnast voided out during one of the races, and I was on commentary, and I was like, what are you doing? And then chat corrected me by saying, like, chest storage, he's voiding out. And it's like, I caramba.
That is the big brain play that I was not prepared for.
Technically, the big brain play is to get storage again off this chest and not void out. But it is harder than you can imagine.
Truth. Alright, so... we have Dean following pursuit in Earth Temple. PK's got a little bit of a time lead. God, this could just end in any Trez Seed fashion. And just give us Vanilla Sword.
Oh, Vanilla Sword, that would be so nice. Plus, we still need iron boots.
We do.
I'm starting to get the feeling that iron boots are in Western.
Imagine iron boots in Western, and then sword in.
Oh no! No.
I want it. I want it so bad.
Well, as commentators, we want the worst for everything.
Oh, of course.
It's not a real race if we don't have the runners suffer just a little bit.
Precisely.
Oh,
All right,
very
so we have.
solid.
Yeah, that was a nice PK skip. So now we have PK Slam entering Valhalla. Still no iron boots.
So it's either basement, western, or left side, because PK skipped left side. Did he skip right side too, actually?
Yeah, no, he did not skip right side. He did do right side. So just basement and left side at this point.
I'm not sure about you, but I always say left side first.
Mm-hmm.
don't care
I
if it's
like to do
stable.
left side for one reason. I love the opportunity to skip the floor master check if it has a key. I like to do small key skip in the possibility that I can skip a key.
Reasonable. Medley, why? Because Medley sucks. That's right, Pogi, I said it. Medley sucks.
I agree. I agree with this sentiment.
Makar is better. Agree. Agree with that. Look at Makar. Beautiful individual. We have Tanjo over here supporting Medley, but Tanjo hasn't talked the entire time, Kappa.
PK Slam, unfortunately, missing the light arrow. So it's going to end up being a 4-cycle Jahala. Luckily, still made fast because of light arrows, but
Yeah.
it sucks.
Oh. Never try to go for slashes on those unless you have soup. Just always go for the quick spins.
Yeah. Dean getting the side hop off of the big block there. I love that strat. But I can never get it.
Oh, you can't get the side hop? The spam A.
See,
That's only-
whenever I do that, for some reason, I think it's because of how I'm holding my controller. Well, not my controller, my joystick. I think you need to be holding slightly back right and not forward right, because then you're like against the the block, and it doesn't register that you're completely moving to the right, thus not letting you move all the way.
So what I do, and this might help, is on the final frame, the final pull, once Link starts that animation, he can't stop, so you can let go of R, hold L, and then spam the side hop while he's finishing that pull.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I have found to give me the most success. That and pulling.
Also,
from the
welcome
right
in,
side to the
Blondie.
left side. Blondie.
PK Slam actually dipping here.
Not going to be. I suppose he's just thinking about he opened the war pot, so he might be.
He did.
He hasn't done left side.
I think he's afraid that Bido Letter could have something, or that Overworld could have something.
How's everything going? Everything's going really well. The seed started off in the most pog fashion ever. We had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Got a super swim.
8, 9, 10 items when we left Windfall.
Something like that.
Oh, and Windfall also had Hammer, now that I think about it.
Unfortunately, grabbing the ledge during that super swim, so he has to reset it here.
The best super swim that all any percent runners love. Beetle storage. I think is he going to.
I think he's going to Thorn. Ooh, it's going to be close. But I think he's got it. Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it. He could have released his ESS a little bit earlier, in my opinion, but he still made it in the end.
Alright, Dean killing all of these floor masters with the souped up sword. And it looks like he's going to be doing the same strat that PK Slam did.
I was really confused about him jumping up until he pulled out another bomb, because I was like, Dean, that's not going to push you back. I am once again, I'm going to advocate for this forever. Turn around, pull up the Wind Waker, turn around again, and go for the bomb drop storage.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, it takes a little more time, but...
So much more consistent.
Yes, exactly.
You know, after watching Dean do that, I just had to think to myself, how many times have I had a small key and still done the small key skip with chest storage?
Yeah. There's really no need to, because odds are you're going to find the third key while you're doing... I mean, you have to while doing left side.
Yeah, I always do left side first, and so I have a small key, and now I realize I'm big stupid.
I've had a lot of those moments, so don't you feel bad.
Don't feel bad. We're bad together.
Together we make bad plus. Which is a good hand, by the way.
We make commentary when we're together.
Yes, we do. PK getting storage and then jumping into the water before activating storage. So he is doing yet another super swim. So this would be a good time to look away yet again.
Pretty much our recommendation is if you have sensitivity to light, Wind Waker Rando on super swims may not be the game for you. Otherwise, it's pretty good.
And also, it's very uncommon to have this many super swims. So you do not have to do these super swims to get into racing. It's honestly not going to save them a ton of time.
Yeah. You said... So I actually really don't know PK that well, but you said that he's a runner for
Yeah, he's
SD.
an any percent runner for SD, yep.
Okay, so that's why he does them a ton, because, I mean, that is SD, is super swims.
Super swims, yes.
And then I know Dean has just practiced the wazoo out of them, so...
Yeah, Dean has also been a runner himself. I believe he did HD Hundo for quite a while.
As well.
And he's, as he's said, he's just played this game a lot.
Oh, yeah. Dean loves Wind Waker.
So at this point, PK has Fire Mountain, Ice Ring, Angular, and Western left. Oh, and Zunari. Now, because he did the super swim to, why can't I think of the name of the island? Pogi Island, Needle Rock, from Outset, he will get to save a little bit of time by routing in Western with the delivery bag. It really just matters for when he actually decides to do it. It's looking like he's making his way to Palm Island right now.
So I did just check on speedrun.com. Dean is an HD runner, and he has done runs on everything except for any % no MSS. They're a little bit old, but they are phenomenal times. So he is very familiar with this game.
Oh, yeah.
And he had, on any % in SD, he barely has PK Slam beat. Barely.
Yeah, they are both very, very good runners.
Yeah, it's phenomenal to just see two very talented runners play the same game.
In fact, the only reason why Dean even has as much of a quote-unquote lead as he does on checks is just because he's done routing for Rando a lot longer than PK has. And I believe that PK said Dean is one of his bigger influencers for Wind Waker Rando, which is why you see the same Earth Temple strats coming out from him. You see a lot of the ideas, just not quite the same routing. And I honestly believe once PK Slam gets routing a little more, like, ingrained, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. And I think we've seen a lot as of late that there are a ton of new runners coming into Wind Waker Rando, and they're improving fast. Really fast.
The Wind Waker Rando scene is becoming more and more competitive as time goes on, and it's super awesome.
Except for it means I have to practice more. Yeah.
I feel you. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. Life isn't about RT bucks, but when I dropped below 2,000 RT bucks, I did cry just a bit. But then I was like, I'm going to get better at this. So I am.
All right, so we see Dean re-entering ET after Jahala, and he is currently in the basement. So this is going to be new checks for all of us. Indeed we did, Rusty, and you would be one of those.
Did say
Where
you were running,
is-
right? Yes, I did.
Where is PK going? Is he going to Ice Ring? I think he's going to Ice Ring.
Ice Ring or Angular?
There they are. There's irons in ET basement. Look at that.
Very bad that PK skipped it.
Yeah,
Just-
he could have had a big lead there from skipping out on a lot of the overworld, but this is a saying that has been said a lot in the Minish Cap Rando that I've heard. Commit to your gambles. And I am finding that that is more and more true. If you make a gamble, don't chicken out of it. It just becomes time loss if you don't commit to it.
Yeah. And like, if you're somewhere and you are there to clear and you can clear it, do it.
Yes.
And I'm saying that because I don't view it as much as of a gamble at that point, but like, in this case, he gambled that he was empty, whereas if you take a look at check density and stuff like that, ET was better.
Mm-hmm. That is very true.
So just do that, everyone. And I did not know that there was an actual hookshot angle from right there. Note taken. Piece of heart.
All right, now we get to see the favorite trick of every single Wind Waker Randomizer runner, the roll clip.
I like it.
So it is frame perfect, which is kind of hard, but once you get it, it is very rewarding. Because this roll clip here is the whole reason why we get to skip doing the mirror room puzzle, which is very, very long. And we had skips for it where you could like only do half of the puzzle, and that was nice, but being able to skip all of it, that's just such a time save.
Yeah, then HD was like, hey, you know you can do this, right? Because they found little parts, and then we're like, oh. Fancy graphic update Wind Waker isn't half bad.
Right? I miss storage, though.
Oh.
Joy!
Storage is fantastic. Nothing like skipping cutscenes just because Link pulled out a Wind Waker at a weird time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Dean, please go Western.
Ooh. Dean not doing left side. I mean, he does have the warp pod open, so this is not a huge gamble. Oh, PK Slam getting crushed there by the block.
We replaced broken storage with even more busted item slides, though.
That is true. Ah, getting crushed again. And he even got out of the crush, but still got crushed. Alright, opting to do it the vanilla way. I don't blame him at this point.
Yeah. Does he do it the fast vanilla way, though? Nope. Nope, he's not. You can use that same pushing technique that you use. You just put it in the same thing.
Yep.
You are correct, Jarhead. His sync has been really wonky, but it wasn't the same crush.
Alright, Dean pulling out another swim here from the looks of it. Probably swimming up to... No, he's probably going to swim to Western.
Yep.
This is a really hard swim, so... I do not do it, personally. It is a mean thing to get. Though one runner that I've seen pulling it off recently that blows my mind... Oh, no, he's going to Wind Temple.
Wind Temple? Dean.
Interesting. Yeah, I was about to say the one runner that I've seen doing that, the Western Super Swim recently, has actually been our very own gas-powered Pogi in the chat, and I need to get good and get tips from him.
What's wrong with Wind Temple? He has an overworld check left, so if Master Sword is in Western, it's bad.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, he also has not basement, the left side of ET left as well, so I think he's just making the play that it's going to be in here.
So too bad. You remember what I said a little earlier?
About Iron Boots being in Earth and... Ah, yes. That as well. Alright, I shall solo commentate for a bit. Alright, so at this point, PK Slam is finishing up the Goron trading sequence, and we'll probably go to Western Ferry, so this will be the first time that we see this. And we will see if not going to Western was the play or not. Yet neither of them checked left side. It's kind of interesting. Now, the thing that I like about Dean's play is even if a sword would be in Western, you still have to find a key. And a key could be as nice as being in the first chest, or it could be as mean as not showing up until, like, the last third of the dungeon. So, you need at least one of the two, so the odds of it showing up early are fairly likely, but it's not guaranteed. And there are many seeds that have trolled everyone by being in the last little bit of Wind Temple. Gambling Hyrule is a lot of fun. I've had a couple races that have come down to me just deciding to gamble Hyrule just for fun. It does very. Oh my gosh! The sword is in Western. The sword is in Western.
Time, and that's the worst thing to see.
Wow. Okay, so this is really interesting. So both of them are one item off of Go mode. PK Slam needs to make his way back to Earth Temple to find his boots, and Dean will probably clear through here and check all. He'll probably check even left side of ET before he finds that sword.
Yep.
So this is just unfortunate for both runners.
Always clear overworld.
All right, so PK Slam is going to be getting Zunari here, and I believe Zunari had the Cabana deed. And PK Slam has not entered Cabana yet.
Yeah. It looks like PK is going to clear quite a few overworld checks before checking Earth Temple.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be good news for Dean, but it's still just a risky thing. Hurricane spin.
There's the hurricane spin. A little late. Kind of locked behind ET, but whatever.
Come on, Dean.
And Prey finishing in first place with a time of 1:47.18. GG's to Prey Sibois.
Dean asking if he can do barrier skip due to time constraints. Tress is gone.
GG's Prey. Prey is now joining us in chat.
Welcome to chat, Prey. You had a good one. Oh.
Yeah, that strat, that roll clip strat to get to the cabana slightly faster is such a fun swag strat. It's not really actually faster, but it is cool.
A linear seed. Our favorite types of seeds.
Oh yeah.
He did pull off the quick spin strat. Good job, Dean.
The good news for Dean is it's looking like a small key is very late in the dungeon. Like, we have not seen a small key yet, so this is going to be a very slow Wind Temple go mode if anyone gets the sword before going to Wind Temple. So that will be good for Dean.
I'll have to see, though.
Oh yeah, he's doing this route. Okay. I see.
He's doing the... This is the optimized route. Let me tell you, right now, I have proved it with far too much time on my hands. You just have to get really good bomb drop storages.
Mm-hmm. God, that getting bomb drop storages scare me, dude. Because some days I get it immediately, some days I don't. That is true, Tanjo. There is still the small key in the left side. If he finds that, he's golden.
Some days you run out of bombs. The trick is practice till you get it within the third bomb. Then pray you never have two bombs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Luckily enough, we have 2 and 3 bombs put next to each other, giving us 23 bombs because math.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Quick maths. 1 temple plus
All right.
2 temple, 3 temple.
Too many temple. We only have 2 temples here.
Once again, DRC is technically a temple to Baloo. Let's be fair.
Fine. I'll give you that.
Does Dean... What are you doing? Why not just do the other way? I think this is slower.
Oh, get in the door!
Some nice Taz movement moments. Monk ass. I think Dean is
No
just
key,
swagging.
I guess. We're running out of chests that can have the key. And there are 2 of them.
Basement chests.
God, if they're both in the basement chests, that's probably the worst outcome for anyone. PK Slam is back in ET, but it looks like he's going to do left side first.
No!
The good news is he is going to be able to skip like all of basement.
Come on. Let's see, does PK get the backflip? He doesn't.
Alright, so there is a small key in the boss key area.
This is going to be a close race.
This is going to be super interesting. Dungeon order for both runners. It was pretty standard DRC, Top G, ET, then Wind Temple. Yeah, like that was basically the order that you were kind of locked into. Like, if you did it any other way... Alright, and then the other key is in the hub room. So that's not necessarily the worst, but still not great. There's that small key.
Let's see.
I wonder, did PK Slam save before doing any of this? I didn't actually see.
I don't believe so. I mean, he'll want the save look anyway for the most part. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't agree with using light arrows here. Just do the roll clip.
Mm-hmm. Light arrows are fast, at least. So if you don't get the roll clip first try, it probably is faster. But if you do get it first try, then it's good.
So, Pogi, your comment about them always being in Spike Room made me decide I'm going to check. And the answer is, it's like a 25% chance. Ish.
That's pretty good.
Just do a frame perfect trick. I mean, we say to do storage all the time. For 2 days straight.
Oh, Slam. Oh, Slam. This sucks. The door came and slapped him on the way down. He did it all correct, but when he jumped, he just got destroyed.
So I just need Dean to check Western before he goes into Hyrule.
That's the hope.
Dean can still go left side. Fetch. This is not a good route choice by Dean, unfortunately. Also, I know it happened a while ago, but I would like to say congrats to Prey for getting a 147.18.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. That's a really good time.
Yeah. PK, no. Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay, Dean, go Western. Go Western. If he doesn't go Western, I'm gonna cry a little bit. Oh, my laptop is not enjoying that one moment. I just rushed dungeons again. Oh, yeah. It's like you wanted to rush dungeons and then check a couple overworld. But hey, that's what happens. Dungeons, Windfall, and Western. So, what I would do with what PK was trying to do there is you exit out of mirror mode, hold L, and then rotate medley and pull it out. That's my recommendation.
PK Slam getting his iron boots. He is now in go mode.
Windfall is essentially a dungeon, even more so once you add like, any more checks, and Windfall is a dungeon.
Windfall itself, like, it is like a miniature dungeon at the very beginning. Also, Dean doing the fun little elemental arrow glitch there.
I would count Windfall as a dungeon before I would count Forsaken Fortress.
I do kind of agree.
Like, at least Windfall has checks.
Close, Dean. That was close. Yeah, it has 16 checks, and the worst thing about it is that you have to come back over the course of time. But alright, so PK Slam is making his way to Wind Temple as Dean is finishing it. Now, I believe, based on Dean's tracker, he did skip a few checks.
In Wind Temple? No. He does something similar to me. Oh, why I skip Tall Room? But I think he does what I do, which is, once I get to this point, if it doesn't have a progress item, I don't even mark it. Because then once I hit the end of the dungeon, I can just press clear all.
Well, I don't remember the mini boss, but I could also have just like forgotten it or spaced out during.
He did do mini boss, had a compass. Oof.
Okay. So I was just spacing during that time.
Hey, it happens to all of us. I'm pretty spacey. That's why NASA
So it's
hired
looking like Dean is making his way back to ET. Oh,
Small keys were pretty deep inside for Temple as well.
yeah, it's the boss key chest and hub room. So if PK Slam does the same route that Dean did, he's not going to see a key for a while. If he does the route that most runners have been doing before Crane made the realization, he'll probably find it slightly earlier. Slightly. Because he won't have to check topside. And depending on if he does the boss key or not, many cyclones as well.
Really, the realization was just it's really fast to go down and slow to go up. So go up when it's fast. Physics with Crane. Ooh, almost Dean. There's still a really good chance for Dean, though, since all he has to do is left side and then west.
Yeah. This will not take him too long at all. His routing was unfortunate, but that's Randomizer. It happens. It was a good play if the sword was in there.
If the sword wasn't there. Yep.
Statistically, it was the right play.
Yeah.
But this is a Trez seed.
In a sense of irony, it's also not.
Yeah.
Because for chats, you know, I got into the race time and I was like, could the seed be Crane? Let's see, Crane see all? And I think he changed it to like...
Crane see all, Peg Chomp.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, before I did commentary, I had rolled up the seed, so...
Does he just add a Pag Chomp onto the end of everything? Because if so, that's pretty PogChamp. No comment. Sweet. So now we know how ZSR rolls seeds. Add Pag Chomp, and you can roll seeds too. I wonder if Pag Chomp is actually a good seed. Rando. That would be dope.
We'll have to check it out.
I probably will check it out today. Maybe another time. If you want to check it out, though, that would be perfectly fine with... Oh, dear. Someone sent me something, and I didn't realize my volume was up, and now I just look like the bad commentator I am. It was bad. Is good seed a good seed? You know, Tandra, that's actually a really important question.
We need to test this.
We already do 1.8's testing out everyone's names. Because I know we did that in 1.7. I think Vex actually had a really good seed, if I remember correctly. In a weird sense of irony.
So the question here, Dean is now leaving ET. Will he go to Hyrule or will he go to Western?
Western. He's Western. Western, please, Dean.
We'll see.
Dean, please.
He's going to Hyrule.
No!
Oh, Dean.
Please save. Please save right here, though. Save. Save.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Oh. Thought that was him saving, but...
So we can see PK Slam is about to get... Yeah, the barrier's in the way, so he won't be able to get it. All right, PK Slam getting his small key.
What if Dean just decides that he doesn't care about legalities and just does barrier skip?
He might. I mean, he says he has to leave within 5 to 10 minutes. So if he does barrier skip, then he can... We'll probably just end up DQing him from the race. But at least he will have finished. But I really, really hope he doesn't.
Treasure chart 3.
He soft reset. He's going.
He's going to Western. Oh well. It would go to Dean still. He will have it. Nice water showing up on the island.
Yeah, that water
Ships
was
are
kind of
fine.
nice.
Hey, sometimes water is wet.
Water is wet.
Islands are in water. Islands are wet.
All right, so at this point, I would say that Dean still has a slight lead over PK Slam, but it is very close. But Mulgara does take a lot of time, and he still has to get to it.
Pretty much for PK to catch up to Dean, Dean has to have a very bad PG.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Mm-hmm. Or he just plain has to leave before he can finish.
Which is an F.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. PK Slam, no.
F.
Oh, that's such a shame.
F. Hey, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes what happens in life sucks.
Yeah. Dean gets his go mode. I'm sure he is not happy to see that.
No, really not. So dumb, overworld checks that is, yeah. Sad day for Dean. But, oh well. Overall, very good seed. It was quite linear in terms of dungeon routing, like we've talked about, and Jarhead brought up in terms of where items were located in each dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Just some overworld checks that you also had to make sure to do.
All right, so PK making his way to the spike room.
Looks like Dean is going to finish out the seed. Good guy, Dean.
I'm going to assume he's probably not going to come in for an interview, though.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, he has put his thoughts of the seed into the chat.
The race chat is pretty much overworld checks are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that will sum up the interview. And that's how it goes. Moral of the story is finish up your overworld before your last dungeon if you're missing an item. What about me? I mean, Cray, yes, but you're not on the restream. Kappa. Dungeon Rush wasn't the play. Oof, Kanjo. How does that make you feel? Yeah, he's muted, so he won't talk. Oh, so I'm not going to bring this up, but I'm bringing this up. PK Slam is on, like, attempt number 10.
Yeah.
This is why we turn around. Just rush after you get all necessary overroll checks. That's not how it works. Everything's a go mode after enough overroll checks. I'm really scared that PK is going to have to soft reset to refill on bombs. Like, really scared.
Mm-hmm. This chest doesn't mean one to get storage on, to be fair.
Oh no! No! Oh, that hurts.
At least he got back up first try. Oh, Dean?
He hasn't forfeited. He hasn't said anything. Dean. No, PK, not again. Windfall Northern, Western, and Salvage Core. Yeah. No. Why? No, you don't want to. You don't want to save. Oh, now okay. Now he's realizing that he wants to save for the bombs, but he doesn't realize that it wasn't necessary because he would have had more bombs. Yeah, it looks like Dean might have to go. Still only required. Oh, well, yeah, Diamond Step is an obvious requirement for everything. Diamond Step is best step. You don't need leave. And, hey, look at that. We have now swapped to Artemis Myths. Another one of the runners. We don't know what happened to Dean. We think he had to leave, and so we just made the swap.
We have a very nice constant looping of watching Link land from a Iron Boot jump.
Ah, yes, that is a little problematic. It's okay, though, because Tuba, on their end, the clip isn't fully done, so you can see Artemis's left shoulder.
Perfect.
Scandalous.
It's actually kind of perfect because, like, it looks like Artemis is chewing something, and it's like perfectly like synced for like constantly chewing on our side. That's so good.
I refreshed it and that fixed it. I will miss it though.
I'm halfway tempted to keep it. This is just too nice to see. All right, I'll reset. Fine.
I mean, you could just be like me and just pull it. Oh man, pull up the actual stream. Hey, the clipping is gone. Thank you, ZSR. No more shoulder.
Oh, I just now I'm looking at Artemis's tracker. Artemis doesn't, and he doesn't have Skullhammer. Or they don't have Skullhammer.
You're right. Oh, Horsehead Tuna. Dean had to leave? So, yeah. I mean, he was just paused for a really long time, so we're assuming he had to leave.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm watching his stream right now, and he's still paused on that stream, so...
Yeah.
Hey, life happens. Yeah, Artemis skipped Skullhammer.
Yeah, that's kind of
Means
really cool.
I'm gonna have to watch their VOD later because that's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because to get Western, that's either they did the bomb storage thing in or something else.
Yeah, with the store, you can get storage on Great Fish and bring it over. That's another thing.
Yeah, because I don't
I'm
see
assuming-
them door canceling.
Bomb Island, not a Bomb Island. Bombs themselves were pretty early though, so
Yeah.
I could see that.
Artemis is being very, very good. Good movement, clean stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still just flabbergasted by the fact skipping Skullhammer.
I know, that's so awesome. This was the seed to do it.
It was, but like,
What are the odds?
because Iron Boots are in basement
Yeah.
of Earth Temple. So that's not
So
just like a gamble. That's like the gamble.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. I love this. I love this from Artemis.
So
Based on the tracker, they don't have EGO either. But I don't know if the tracker is accurate.
Yeah, that would be a weird flex. Zelda Wallflower, since you know Dean pretty well, is he actually gone? Like, should we DQ him from the race? I'm just wondering because his stream is still up. And PK finally going into Hyrule. Yeah, if you could do that, would be great.
Alright, PK Slam is now on their way to Hyrule. Oh, apparently Dean is actually still playing. Thanks, Jarhead. The more you know.
Yeah, no, Dean is climbing upstairs.
I wonder if he made a call to work saying that he'd be like 15 minutes late or something.
Probably.
If so, cool, Dean. Thanks. But also, like, sorry.
Yeah, like dedication by him. Also, I'm going to say it, but like very weird flex, but I like it. He pauses for like 8+ minutes, and he's still going to beat PK.
Yeah. I think it was more like 3 to 5, but that was still a long time of pause.
Yeah.
Like,
See, Zelda, the trick is to have the commentator stream on one computer and a multi-stream of all the other runners on the other computer. And then say, I didn't want my data anyway. I'm at my sewing machine. My computer is behind 2 walls. Integrate a sewing machine into your computer. Not a computer into your sewing machine. The sewing machine into your computer. So get some mirrors and a very long USB cord. Very long. Juba, I'm going to find the longest cord I can find on Amazon for USB cords.
Please tell me what you find. I am very interested.
Exactly, like that's why I'm looking, because it just dawned on me. I was like, I wonder what I can find. Okay, weak. We got 10 feet. That's getting better. 15 feet or above, correct. USB 2.0, 10 meters, 33 feet.
Also, sorry I haven't been so talkative in the last couple minutes. I've been looking at some things here. Kind of checking up on the other runners.
I have
I'm
as well.
really curious to see where everyone is now.
Let's see. Current record goes to this one, which is a 30 meter to 100. So 30 meters, so about 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
USB 2.0 extension.
An extension?
Yeah, so it has like a male side and a female side.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 100 feet. Can we beat 100 feet? I don't think we can. What a shame. What if I plug two of them into each other? I really hope Dean is second. That would be such a good moment if Dean is second.
Seriously.
Sorry, we're still
Alright,
just
so-
trying to find very long cables.
So PK Slam done with PG1. That was a pretty... So we're moving on to phase 2. I was going to make comment about how fast or not it was, but I realized, wait, I wasn't watching. I can't make comment. I was busy looking at where the other runners were, but I am now back and officially here to do my job. I was just taking my accustomed 5-minute break, Kappa.
Very much Kappa. I'm using my break to check out chords. I found a 100... Oh, here we go. Here's what we want.
There's the second place finish for Dean.
Boom. Oh, what a nice time.
Yeah, that's
2.552.
It's just nice to see. It's nice on the eyes.
So I found a 1,000-foot Cat 6 cable.
Oh my gosh. Who needs that much?
It's only $229. What a steal. "38 minutes between first and second, and 8 minutes of those was Dean hauling out an icebox." We found out that that's what he had to do real quick. Yeah, it looks like 1,000 foot is about where they end. Sadly, there's no 2,000 foot cable. I was very, very hopeful.
Just imagine.
Literally, like, haul an icebox. A freezer is another term he used, but yes. Yep, 1,000's the max we get. So if everyone wants to pitch in, we can buy a 1,000-foot cable, and I don't know what we'll do with it, but
ZSR, can we make that a sub goal?
yes, ZSR sub goal. Buy Trez a 1,000-foot Ethernet cable. Oh no, they sold it. I think I'll probably explain it somewhere else, but
Pup.
oh, it's the puppers. And PK is about to finish in third.
That Ganon slash was unfortunate.
Very. If someone else finishes right now, I'm going to cry so much for PK.
I know. It would be such a shame.
Tingle Jill with the raid of 5.
Thank you so much for the raid.
Hope you had a good stream. Also, Tuba, are you still checking out Dean's stream right now?
I am not.
He's doing barrier skip.
Alright,
GGPK.
third place with the time of 29:24.
Sub 230. That's what matters. And guess who's coming in for the interview? I said guess, Tuba.
Sorry, I'm typing currently.
I know. The answer
Okay.
is PK, by the way.
All right.
Well then, yes,
Let's go.
PK. I'm here.
Hard face
I'm
down.
present. I'm doing my job.
I am good commentator, yes.
Alright. PG1 down for Artemis.
Let's hope that. Let's see. Artemis, do you have? I was about to say, does Artemis have clean audio or not?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Artemis has a mic. So
Awkward. Once PK gets in here, we're gonna have a good time.
he is on his way. He is in the waiting room. Welcome.
Oh yeah, hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
I'm really mad. I think you know why.
Yeah, that wind temple was so unfortunate. That sucks when that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like getting pretty nervous about it, and then like normally when I mess it up, what happens is I jump off the fan and I don't get enough height, and then I fall anyway. I have very rarely messed up the jump slash at the end, so I'm kind of upset about that. But everything else went okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was very well done.
I was almost happy with that puppet cannon, but I'll take it.
Yeah, there were a lot. You and Dean were like neck and neck for like so long. really like by the time you guys got to Tatji, Dean had cleared the first floor by the time you had gotten there, but you guys basically entered 20 seconds apart at TRC. So really, it just came down to the routing you guys took through the dungeons. It was kind of nuts.
So, like, did Dean not like? So here's the thing. Another thing I thought I messed up really badly was iron boots. Right, it took me forever to find iron boots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it took Dean a while as well. If we were, I'm looking at race time,
Yes
only
and
4 minutes
no.
apart.
So,
Yes, but actually, no. Yeah, go ahead.
so
Okay.
Dean got iron boots, but then skipped Western and full cleared Wind Temple.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was very sad. And then he
Yeah,
also still had left side that he didn't get until Western as well.
Yeah, he had skipped left side, went back to it after Wind Temple, and then went to Hyrule, and then went to Western.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it was just kind of unfortunate.
I mean, at least it's cool to hear for the most part that Dean and I were close in the
Yeah.
beginning, at least. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it
beginning
always-
was pretty linear, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And it was also interesting to see your guys' early on routing. You actually entered Earth Temple before Dean did.
Oh, okay. I was a little worried that I put off Earth Temple too long, but I mean, I guess I kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends. So you had like swap situations, so Dean could know that there was going to be items in Earth Temple, whereas you knew, like, if Earth Temple had an item, you had a time save. That was kind of the trade-off.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely, like, after this, I am practicing Wind Temple with chest storage, like, just that room over and over again.
It's
Because,
frustrating.
yeah, funny story. So I ran an 90% before barrier skip was discovered, and my PB in 90% no barrier skip fails that as well, and I have to, like, save warp out and get chest storage again. So it's just something that I fail every now and then, and the most important moments.
But hey, you know what? That's what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was still very well done. Very, very well done.
Yeah, thank you. I feel pretty good about that up to Wind Temple.
Yeah, and you should. And Artemis is just about to finish.
Time.
Hey, Artemis is already in the chat. Pray, you can unmute yourself if you want to, you know.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello to both of you.
So,
Okay.
Artemis, where was
We
your
have-
hammer?
I never got the hammer, actually. I have no idea where the hammer is.
Why did you... So you went to Earth Temple without hammer.
Correct.
How did you get into Western?
I door canceled.
How did you get into Wind Temple?
Or Western, I just did the chest storage thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, did you get door cancel in Forsaken Fortress?
No, sorry. I thought I heard Wind Temple.
Okay.
Yeah, door canceled into Wind Temple. That's such a cool play.
Because about halfway through, I started grabbing hints.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a hint for the boots in Earth Temple.
Oh, that's a big play.
Ooh, we have
That's
Dean in the wing and
huge. That's
Dragon
so
in.
huge.
Yeah, so once I by the time I was doing hints, I had I needed 2 swords, the iron boots, and the hammer. So I managed to find the 2 swords, and I knew where the boots were. So I just went into Earth Temple, did what I could, and I opened the warp pod at the basement when doing just the normal go mode route.
Mm-hmm.
Re-entered, went down to the basement, happened to got him in that first check in the mirrors room, and then left to go to Wind Temple. So I have no idea where Hammer is.
I believe
It's in
it was-
transparent chest.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. Oh, so hey, Dean.
GG to everyone.
GG.
Yeah, no.
GG.
So
GG's.
Sorry, I had some really weird stuff happen.
yeah, we relayed a
Yeah.
little bit of it onto chat because, in my opinion, it was
I
just, like,
posted my
hilarious.
freezer on Facebook Marketplace like a couple minutes before the race, and within the first 10 minutes, I had several people hit me up and say, "Is this available?" And so I ended up selling it basically in the time of the race. So
It was so funny that you still finished second.
legit, it was sell my freezer RTA percent. 225. That's actually
Oh my
crazy
God,
because
that's
I did basically check I did check basically everything other than one check in Wind Temple and the Maze Chest.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I can't believe the last overworld check that I decided to go was the one I needed. Whereas
Odds are
overworld
so
was basic.
astronomically low.
It was basically empty. Everything was a treasure chart or a heart piece. Just everything was basically useless. I'm like, wow, maybe everything is in a dungeon.
There weren't too many required overworld checks.
Yeah, it was a very small amount.
I think I had almost perfect routing for this. Because the way I did it was that I first obviously did the stuff that you do in the early game, then went to DRC. Then after DRC, I just decided to full clear Windfall. And in the process, I went to check Western because it's just easy check to do while doing Zunari. And then I got the sword there. Then I decided to go Earth Temple. That was kind of it. I did Earth Temple, I did boss first, then I went to Mirror's Room, and then I was go mode.
If
That's
I would have
great.
just done one extra check in the overworld before going to Earth Temple, it would have been probably 20 plus minutes quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Should have
shame.
been pretty close, I think.
I bet everybody was watching, just really, dude, please just go to Berry Island. Just please go.
When you left, I was like, sweet, he's going to Western. And
Oh,
then you
man.
started going to Wind Temple, and it's like, Dean, no. Clear overworld. No, it's in a dungeon.
All right, but with that, I think I don't have any more questions if you don't.
Pretty much same. That's about it. Anyone else in the voice chat have questions?
Dean, why are you faster than me?
At what? At what?
Frame perfect.
Why are you faster than me?
Did you full clear basically everything too?
No, I fell in Wind Temple with chest storage.
Oh,
And then I couldn't get storage off a chest for 5 minutes because I haven't done that in a while.
I was playing either really good or really bad, not a lot of in between.
Yeah, same. I was playing really good up until Wind Temple.
Considering that you full cleared and you got that good of a time while selling a freezer, I think you played too well.
Yeah.
How much
Casually
time did
so.
I lose to that? I was on idle for at least almost
Eight
8-9
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, it was about 8 minutes.
All right, well that's a new record I think for selling freezer RTA. I don't think I'll ever run that category again either because I don't have any more freezers.
You'll have to soft reset and steal the one you
But
just stole.
and we can all go and
Yeah.
compare our vids to Precipwas as well and get a little learning moments. I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just routing. It's just routing, dude. Overworld was just garbage, and then it would debate you into going to a dungeon, and then
It's always garbage, though.
it's just this seed did not have a. It was bipolar. That's all I can say, I guess.
because basically all the items are on Windfall, or the dungeons, correct?
It was Windfall, DRC, and Tot G were just stacked. It felt like, and then it just was
Yeah.
everything was just super scarce after that.
I mean,
Mhm.
if 3
'Cause
places
we had
are
almost
stacked,
everything minus Skull Hammer, Iron Boots, and a Master Sword upgrade.
I'm just glad nothing was an ice ring, because leaving Tot G, I had no arrows, so I didn't do ice ring. I was like,
no.
I really hope there's nothing here because I'm gonna have to come back for this.
You can get an arrow.
It's even worse when you go to Ice Ring and then shoot your last arrow and miss.
Oh.
I did that during my race with Jim, dude. That was like that was a soul crusher.
I think a really good one is at Needle Rock. Last arrow, missing the entrance, and then just being forced to quick spin to melt the ice.
Yes.
Because, like, on the one hand, it's like, okay, I can give up on it, but Needle, it's like you just have to stare it in the eye as it laughs.
So I'm sure it was nothing, but like, what was Needle Rock?
It was a heart piece, I think.
Heart piece.
Yeah.
Pogi Island, man.
Oh, well, I have one question. Did you guys hurricane spin to the barrier?
I did. I actually did.
No, I forgot I had it.
Oh, damn. So your run is now invalidated?
But did you get
Oh,
all
no.
4 bottles?
Yes.
No.
All right.
No.
Then your run is invalidated, Precipua.
I got
Hey,
three.
I got second. I got second. Yay!
Hey.
Gino
Hey.
finished in 5th place. Congrats to Gino Fee.
Yeah, absolutely.
GGs.
GG's.
GG's.
I wanna toss out a suggestion for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
100% tournament settings. So you have to basically focus on routing your checks together as best as possible and not like gambling and breaking logic in weird ways.
That would be
That
actually
would be
very
fun.
interesting.
Because like I'm thinking with a lot of consistency, you can get 100% anywhere from like 220 to 240.
So
after
when you
enough,
say
like,
100%,
consistency.
are you also including the 2 dungeons not included for race mode, or are you saying only the race mode dungeons?
And are you including like Hyrule into that?
To be honest,
You gotta
I mean,
include Hyrule.
We can work out the details later.
Yeah.
I'd say like 100% with an asterisk behind it, except for
Yeah,
Hyrule.
so like, if
99%.
so there's like compass somewhere, you could skip that, or...
I think it would just be like all the checks that are above the ocean floor, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
That are in tournament.
just to like keep the wording succinct.
But
But what
like,
if vanilla
by
later?
the way.
I bank on the fact that I bank on the fact that I can skip checks because that's the only way I can keep up.
Yeah, it was nice
Even
to
I
look
can't
at.
keep up.
I didn't have map, and so I skipped the tall basement room in Wind Temple. Just little nice things like that that I almost always miss. Or
Where was- Where
Oh,
was
sorry,
Wind God's Aria?
I think that was on Windfall somewhere.
I think it was on. Was it Creep? I don't think it was Creep.
It wasn't.
Creed was Cabana no.
But Creep was
Creep.
progressive wallet.
Yeah.
He
Creed was
That's
Wallet.
right.
Cabana Deed was Zunari. I need to head out now, guys, unfortunately.
Take care, Creed.
Oh, been a good race.
Yeah, I don't
See
remember
all
where
of you
anything was in
around.
this siege because it was just a cluster of what?
Yeah, and I think with that, it's probably about a good time to just wrap up the stream, anyways. So
Was male? Okay.
Windgod's Aria from Rockspire Shopship. That's why it was so late.
Yeah, it was that.
Okay. Because I didn't get any of the wallet upgrades, so... Cause I know one of them was in Thorn Fairy, because I had a hint for that, but...
also, if it was on the mail from the wallet, that means I was technically correct.
All right, then. With that, we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Crane and Tuba Man, for commentating. Thank you to Tanjo3 for the tracking. Thank you, Artemis, for letting us swap you in there kind of last minute. Thank you, Dean and Precipula and PK Slam and everybody for the awesome race. There's still a few more runners left, so we are going to raid one of them. I believe it's, if I can say this name right, Lenamphy. I probably butchered that completely. So anyway, go say hi to them. We're gonna raid them right now. I hope you all had a great time watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. GG, bye.